I say the word gun, what is the first thought that comes to your mind? Take a moment to think about this. For many Americans, when they hear the word gun, the first thought that comes to their mind is typically the word violence. Now take a moment to think about what comes to your mind when I say the words gun control. Do you feel like America needs more gun control, or do you feel like America needs less gun control? America does not need more gun control. America simply needs to enforce the laws that are already in order. In today's society, it's understood that guns are one of the leading causes of death. ABC News recently stated that according to the FBI Uniform Crime Reports between 2006 and 2010, 47,856 people were murdered by firearms. That's 2 times more than were killed by all other means combined. While the numbers are correct, the accusations behind the matter are wrong. It was not the firearm who took the person's life, it was the person who was holding the firearm. In today's society, there's so much emphasis on how America needs more. America just needs to enforce the laws that are already intact. It's understandable why we hold the laws we do today in society. They're just basically to keep us safe and to put some sort of limit on who can buy firearms, the age that they have to be, and like time. While there is a category for people who may not buy firearms, these are the people who typically get access to them when they shouldn't. A person may not purchase a firearm if they meet any of the following. If they are convicted or under indictment of a felony by more than 1 year in prison, if they are convicted or under indictment for misdemeanor punishable by more than 2 years in prison, if someone is ruled as mentally defective, or if they are admitted into a mental institution, if the person is an illegal alien, if the person is dishonorably discharged from the military, if they are subject to certain restraining orders, or if the person is convicted of domestic violence. And these facts are courtesy of thisfact.com. As I said before, many of these people get access of guns when they should. Nationwide in 2008, law enforcement agencies reported that 55% of aggravated assaults, 27% of robberies, 40% of rapes, and 64% of murders were reported to police, resulted in an alleged offender being arrested and turned over for prosecution. These people had firearms when they should have never had them. They should have never been sold firearms in the first place. Them having the firearms are why our statistics are so high, because the laws that we have were not enforced. Violence is not something people tend to be fond of. Taking firearms away would be the first option that we have, but this option is not reasonable. Disarming otherwise law-abiding citizens would simply put us at the mercy of well-armed criminals. Given a choice between obeying the law or defending our homes, families, and lives, millions of Americans would gladly break these laws to defend their families. And this came directly out of the article, Will You Be Safer? What are some steps that we can take to stop the violence? Whenever we sell firearms, whether it be to a friend or if you buy it from a store, background checks are essential. You're required to do a background check on every single firearm sold. Also, you're required to have a permit. The permit basically states that you are legal to carry the firearm, you're of age, and that you know you have proper knowledge of how the firearms work, that kind of basic information to keep not only yourself safe, but your family safe and everybody around you safe. I thought that even with the idea of somebody coming up with maybe a register that would not let a person sell a firearm, like a store sell a firearm, unless they had their social security number, if they run a background check and made sure that they put their permit number in, they wouldn't be able to sell a firearm. I think that would be a really neat invention. That would help to enforce the laws that we do already have because many people don't follow these laws. And this is why statistics show that firearms are one of the leading causes of death. If we would just enforce the laws, I feel like America would just be a happier place. We would have the people who want the firearms for hunting, like myself. We wouldn't be looked down upon for wanting to own firearms. Under the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, we have the right to own firearms in our homes as long as we don't fall into any of these categories. And I myself don't. I would be really upset if firearms got taken away. So why would people try to take them away from innocent people like myself? When I don't use them to harm other people, I have gone through the proper background checks. My family have gone through the proper background checks. Why take them away from us? If we just enforce the laws, I feel like everything would just be better and it'd be a more logical solution instead of causing Americans to be outraged. Enforce the laws is basically all we need to do. Enforce, enforce, enforce. People who do not wish to take part in firearms can help to enforce the laws. If they see somebody selling a firearm illegally, report it to authorities. That's helping America. If you see somebody selling a firearm, say something to them. It's not fair for you to take our rights away because you want to basically disobey the law. That's not okay. Just obey the laws, enforce the laws. That I can't stress that enough. Enforcing the laws is the best way to go. We don't need more gun control laws. We just need to enforce the ones we already have. Thank you.